My name's Mark Jockers, and I'm the Government Public Affairs Manager here for Clean Water Services. I've been working in the water resource management field for about 25 years. Clean Water Services is a water resource management utility that serves about 600,000 people in urban Washington County on the west side of Portland. We operate wastewater treatment plants, or we prefer to call resource recovery facilities, because we are recovering all these resources out of those. We also manage the surface water management program. We manage flow in the Tualatin River as well. We do regional water supply, long-term water supply planning for this basin. And we do a great deal of restoration, stream restoration. We put about 750,000 to 1 million stems of native plants in the ground every year through large landscape scale restoration work to protect the environment, protect public health, and restore the Tualatin River. We really want to tell the story of water. We clean water. We clean about 60 million gallons of water a day from homes and businesses here in Washington County, Oregon. And we can take that water, and we have the technology to produce water that we can return to the environment, to the Tualatin River. We have the technology to produce water that we can use for irrigation, for athletic fields and golf courses. We also wanted to demonstrate that we have the technology to clean water to better than drinking water standards, water that you could use for product manufacturing, water that frankly we could use to make beer with. We were having a conversation with our advisory commission about 5 years ago about how we could advance the conversation about water reuse. And we have someone on our advisory commission by the name of Art Lawrence. And he's one of the founders of craft brewing here in Oregon. And he said to us, if you want people to talk about water, you need to make beer. And we thought, well, we could do that. We could figure out how to do that. Some of the best ideas have been hatched over a pint of beer, and we discovered that it's a great medium to get people to talk about things. So we partnered with the Oregon Brew Crew, which is one of the largest and oldest home brewing associations in the United States. And we talked to them and said, if we provide you with this very high purity water, would you have an interest in brewing? And they just, tremendous excitement, because the water that we're producing for this beer it's the purest water on the planet. It's significantly cleaner than water that comes out of your tap. And brewers could take that water and they could customize it. They could blend it so that it matched the type of beer they wanted to make. We had a brewer who was making a Pilsner, and they wanted to match the water quality of the river that ran through the Czech Republic where Pilsner was originally developed. And they were able to take this pure water, add the salts and the minerals to create that perfect profile so they could make that perfect Pilsner. So we started the High Purity Water, Pure Water Brew Challenge with the Oregon Brew Crew in 2014. And we will be entering our 5th year. We do it annually with the Oregon Brew Crew. It'll occur this year. The judging will occur in early September. And then the winning beers, the top 20 beers that are made, are then taken to an international water conference that will be held in New Orleans this year, where it will be served to other leaders in the water business. This project started in Oregon, but it has really there's been this pure water brewing revolution. In fact, it's grown so much now, there is a new organization that started called the Pure Water Brewing Alliance, which is an informal group of equipment manufacturers, scientists, consultants, brewers, water providers that are really trying to advance this conversation about the nature of water and about the quality of water through the making of beer. And we have probably close to 50 members of that group now. Oregon Brew Crew operates the Pure Water Brew Challenge, so we provide them and their brewers with water in the early summer. They spend about 2 months brewing the beer, and then they coordinate a competition. They bring in, there's actually certified beer judges that will go through and taste flights of these beers to choose the best styles that have been entered, as well as the best in show. They have really focused on making beers that are kind of low gravity varietals, which are kind of the lighter beers, because we really want to highlight the quality of the water. As we started the Pure Water Brew project in 2014 and other people started joining to try to do the same thing, there was this desire to kind of have this smackdown, this who makes the best beer. So we competed against Wisconsin, we competed against a brewer in Denver, Colorado as well, and it was judged by EPA's Office of Water. The part I like the most is Andrew Sawyer, Dr. Andrew Sawyer, who works for EPA, was asked who the winner was. And his comment, well, the winner of this competition is really the environment and beer drinkers everywhere. We really have three goals in the Pure Water Brew Challenge, in the High Purity Water project. And one is to demonstrate the water treatment technology that is available, the science part of it. Another one is to talk about how all water is recycled water. And then I think the most important message that we have with this project is that we need to think about water based on its quality and not its history. That's one of the biggest challenges we have from a regulatory perspective and from a public perception perspective, is people will say, you know, that water you put in that beer used to be sewage. Well, frankly, all water has been used before, and all water is being used again. So let's not judge it based on what it used to be, but what is its actual quality. And the water we produce here, we can show that that quality is meeting and significantly better than drinking water. Water is critically important, and we only have so much of it. And it is too precious just to use once. We need to think about how, when we withdraw water from the environment, how can we use it and reuse it? As we've seen across the Western United States and around the world, there's the increasing impact of droughts and of water shortages. And water reuse is a drought-proof source of water. That water is always going to be there, and we can produce it to any quality that it needs to be for whatever the purpose is that we're trying to apply it to. There's a finite amount of water on Earth, and all water is recycled. The same water that we're drinking today, dinosaurs drank too. So it's all a big system. It's a big cycle. And this Pure Water Brews project is helping us tell that story in a really fun way. So I encourage people to look at our website at purewaterbrew.org, or to follow us with a hashtag of #PureWaterBrew. We will be launching a new project this summer in 2018 called the Pure Water Wagon, which will be a mobile, high purity water system that will be able to take any quality of source water and turn it into high purity water. And you can look for that at the Washington County Fair this summer, and hopefully at community events throughout the Northwest over the next couple of years.